Okay, so our next speaker is Çiğdem, and she'll be delivering her speech titled Another Season. And it's an advanced speech. It's project number 10. It's the last in the series of speeches in the Competent Communicator Manual. So before we call Çiğdem to stage, Aydın, who is her evaluator, will tell us how he will evaluate her.
Çiğdem's task today is to inspire us. Now you may have heard from me how I have to sometimes drive a long time to come here from work, but Çiğdem has flown from New York, 8,000 kilometers just to give us this speech. So some of us might find this fact alone inspiring. But at Toastmasters we are a tough crowd. We don't get inspired that easily, so I'm expecting her to do something special to inspire us. Good luck.
Çiğdem hasn't sent me a biography. She said, Rossi, you say something about me. The problem is I didn't prepare anything. I don't read about her as well. But, so I'll make a tabletop speech about her. Well, Çiğdem is an unconventional person. She thinks and acts outside the box. When you talk to her, if you don't get scared and run away, you will have a lot of benefits. She challenges herself and she challenges you. She throws things at you and you say, oh my God, I never thought of it this way. She's not a pleaser. She says, Rossi, this is ridiculous what you're doing. And then I say, yeah, she's got a point. She doesn't mean harm. So she is a very rare type of person that you would meet. And this attitude also reflects in her speeches. I have known her for 2 years, and beginning from her first speech to the 9th speech, I haven't seen the 10th speech yet, but there is a remarkable progress. So I expect something miraculous tonight as well.
I didn't know you were scared of me.
No longer.
Before my speech starts, I just want to give some remarks. I just want to say a couple of things. It's my 10th speech, so I'm supposed to give a great speech, right? I mean, I should have learned everything in the manual, but I will do some of the things that we're not supposed to do. So I wanted to tell you, don't do what Imam does. Just do what Imam tells you. So when you're speaking, don't have a screen behind you. Do not have a video. Alper actually told us this in the workshop that he was giving last year during the speech contest. Don't have a video in the background playing, and I will have that, unfortunately. So it's coming up. It's not a surprise. That will distract the attention from the speaker. You're not supposed to do that. And the second thing is it will also have music. The reason I'm doing that is because the energy of my speech is a little low. It's not really me, but this is the state I'm in. I could not be inspiring in any other way. I tried different topics. There wasn't anything inside. So I had to go through this path. So I'm going to start now your timer. Thank you very much. Thanks. So I moved to New York in 1999 from Istanbul. Back in those days in Istanbul, there wasn't much of a career opportunity in a privileged company. For good career options, those were all taken by graduates from top-ranked schools. There wasn't many of them. So if you wanted like a solid career, a company that will invest in your future, that will give you training, and that will give you a decent income, you didn't have any options. And in New York, Turkey wasn't that famous. I mean, it was like a regular country. We were, nothing big, nothing special. People didn't know much about Turkey either, I mean, everybody knew where it was. People are, they were world travelers, they're intellectual, so that's all about it. And I was in my early 20s, so I didn't know much about life and what to expect and where I'm going. And through time, things changed. It's been a long time. Where we came to a point where in Turkey, things changed. I mean, I have cousins graduating from mediocre schools, working in companies that I have never heard of, like medium-sized. And they travel all around the world. They have decent incomes. They have their laptops. They dress nice. It looks all fancy and all. I have friends from New York who moved to Turkey, leaving their top-paying jobs, getting equivalent jobs. Where would I go? Because Turkey was in the top destination list. They were either planning to go next year or next month, or maybe they had already been there, or their parents were there, they loved it. It was amazing. And so was my career. I went into a new career. I was so excited. This is like this year, right? And I was very excited that I found something that matched my personality so much that I didn't feel like I was going to work. I was so excited to go to work every day. And I had met this dream guy that I had been waiting for years. He was amazing. He was everything I asked for. I was at the top of the mountain. Everything was good. I was at the perfect weight. And my hair was good. Everything was good. Good. Life was good. Everybody was healthy and happy. I had a new nephew born. So life is good. Family's growing. Then came July, where the image of Bosphorus Bridge with tanks and soldiers filled my living room. I spent that weekend in bed, and I had friends calling, wondering if my family is okay, if everybody's okay at home, what's going on at home. That was followed by bombings and attacks and loss of safety and security for me. It was very difficult. And my career was good. I was very successful, but it left nothing for me in terms of life. I was a workaholic, and it required all my time and attention, and I loved it, but it was only money. And my dream guy didn't make me happy. So I felt very, where do I go from here? If these don't work, what do I do? What's next? What do I run for? What's the purpose? What is it? I felt very hopeless. I still do. I feel very hopeless and I feel very stuck. And the first gray hair that I started growing didn't help. And those things, they don't come in one. I have like a bunch now. I feel very stuck and hopeless. I do. I want to say it again. That's how I feel. I feel like I don't know where I go from here. But it's not me. It's not me, really. I am not like this. I took a personality test at work. And my optimism was off the charts. Like from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most optimistic person, I'm a good 12. So that doesn't really match me. And I'm a very resilient person. It was mistakenly people think that I'm aggressive. It's not aggressiveness, it's just I'm resilient.
You're a strong woman.
I'm resilient, thank you so much. I'm resilient. So when I put my heart into something, I don't let it go. I fight for it, I do my best, and I don't take no as an answer. So I will not take no or hopelessness in this situation either. I will not. You know why? Because even though the winter is down now, the snow is covering us, gray outside, and the dark clouds are upon us, and I feel the weight of the winter and the cold and everything else around us. There's always spring, and spring always comes. It always comes, right? Spring always comes, and it will come again. And spring will be followed by the summer that will bring the brightest of the sun, that will keep us warm and happy again. Have you ever been to Sistine Chapel? Or
Yeah.
to, you have? What about Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem? Or to Sultan Ahmet Museum, even when there is no people in it?
Yeah.
No. What about Istanbul Erkek Lisesi, a very old school, one of the classrooms? Those spaces, when you go in, they hold you, there's an energy inside. All the things that have been lived in there. It's amazing. So, we gather here every Wednesday, right? Every Wednesday we're here in tents. So let's turn this place into a place for hope, no? So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes for a few minutes and just think about hope. Just think of something that gives you hope. Hope can be in the eyes of someone you love. It is for me in the giggle of my niece It could be in a novel where you're lost in somebody else's love story. It could be in the first step that you take after a broken foot. It could be in a small accomplishment, small athletic accomplishment that you've made, or the great dance you had the other day. Or it could be the fact that your kids, or the dream of your kids turning into successful, happy beings and having a great future. It could be in many things. Hope is something, a stubborn thing inside us that stays there and tells us that something better is awaiting us. It's thinking that our best days are yet to come and we will have our best memories in the future. So despite all the hardship you're going through, I want you to sustain that hope inside you, in this room, and stay with it every time you're here, at least.